Hey, Use here. Look, sorry it's been a little while. Long story short, I've been laying low in an undisclosed location after my last video. It turns out those assembly AI guys really wanted those $3.15, but I assure you, the only place those assembly AI bastards could get my $3.15 is from my cold, dead Robinhood account. And let me tell you, I've been making some bad decisions, so out of spite, I'm gonna liquefy my Robinhood account and go owe another AI company money. As a matter of fact, I have the perfect idea. No, I didn't. I am the Lord's warrior. I am the Lord's warrior. I am the Lord's warrior. I see God. He's speaking to me.
I'm not acting.
Pretty recently, easy-to-use tools like DALL-E and ChatGPT have brought generative AI into the world's collective consciousness, sparking everyone's imagination. Self-made entrepreneur types are trying to trick people into buying AI-generated garbage and useless courses. Massive companies are exploring new and creative ways to make everyone's life a little more miserable. But for some reason, this technology is also being met with fear and skepticism. Something to do with massive companies figuring out new and creative ways to make you miserable. I don't know about you guys, but things like insurance companies using AI to predict when you will suffer hardship so they can preemptively increase your premiums is frankly something I find too boring to even care about. And I don't get why people are afraid AI will start doing their jobs for them. Have you ever had a job? Fucking blows. You have to abandon your dream of becoming a popular Twitch personality.
Soft and small.
Go to bed early, go to work. On your way to work, the neighborhood kids start to throw garbage at you and call you wage. You know what? Just let the robots do all that. You guys are taking the fun out of this whole Gen AI thing, talking about jobs and insurance companies. Let's talk about something fun like video games.
What hairstyles would you choose if you had hair?
If I had hair, I would probably go for a messy bun or ponytail. I like how they look on other people and I think they're easy to maintain.
This is extremely surprising to me. I didn't even realize one of my shoes was missing. Do you have any more information about this?
You just told me earlier that it was missing.
The problem with a lot of these projects is that they have you talk to a robot that is, by design, incapable of saying anything unique or interesting. My better idea is to take the same robot that is, by design, incapable of saying anything unique or interesting, tell it that it is God, and it must enact its holy will on my Barotrauma server. Barotrauma, at its core, is a game where you and your crew pilot a submarine through the treacherous waters of Europa to complete life-threatening missions.
Hey fellas, what's going on? Oh my god! Oh my god!
However, crew members have the ability to get up to mischief and undermine the crew. To discourage this behavior, the game has a built-in karma system where doing things like randomly hurting crew members and blowing up the reactor will make you lose karma, and eventually you will catch space herpes, an annoying debuff and a mark of shame. In real life, we have our own version of a karma system, the fear of divine punishment. You know, fire and brimstone, a swarm of locusts, eternal suffering, breathalyzer in your car.
Nice little drink.
Real punishments. And today, I will bring this concept into this video game. So here's the plan. I'm going to use Lua for Barotrauma to collect information about what's happening in the game and send it to the OpenAI API. The AI will, of course, be given a prompt telling it that it is God and it must fulfill its holy will with function calls. Function calls which will map two functions in the mod that will do stuff in the game. This way, we make a dystopian surveillance system with the ability to reward and punish, and it also thinks it's God. So before we can awaken our machine God, we need to make its eyes and ears, and that involves making a log of every action that the players take, and basic information about the state of the submarine. This, in theory, is very easy to do. For example, if I want GPT to know whenever a player takes damage, I will write something called a hook. Basically a bit of code that will be executed whenever a certain event happens. Our hook will trigger when a player takes damage. Then it will make a message that says something like, character X hit player Y in the chest with Z. We will then save this message to a list full of other messages which will eventually be sent to ChatGPT to lay its divine judgment upon it. Now I only have to do that for every conceivable important action in the game. The key is to not think of this as some sort of chore. You have to look at this like you're painting a picture. Each new log makes the picture more detailed. It's art, and for now, the picture seems to be one of an insane man heavily arming himself and then placing a detonator on the reactor, rigging it to explode when someone opens a door. Anyway, after ironing out a few kinks and a few small, tiny little bugs, I got the logs working in no time at all. Now that that's finished, we can finally stick ChatGPT in here, and lucky for us, OpenAI has some very nice docs, so setting up GPT should be pretty easy. I just have to write a prompt, add the names of all players, the jobs of each player, and every item that a player can possibly hold, and also all their descriptions. You see, the general rule in AI is the more data, the better. And I think the fine folks over at OpenAI share the sentiment. Now, all I have to do is set up my script to send the log every few seconds, and as easy as that, we have harnessed the power of AI. Of course, now we must give ChatGPT the tools it needs to enact its holy will.
What the fuck? God just gave me a crate full of commando fatigues.
You know, standard things a machine god should be able to do, like send a direct message to one lucky player or announce a message to everyone, place an item near a player or turn the item in a player's hand into another item.
My screwdriver miraculously turned into a welding tool, and now I don't have a screwdriver anymore.
Spawn a mud raptor next to a player for when ChatGPT is angry, make the player fall ill for when ChatGPT is kind of upset, put the wrong kind of fuel inside of whatever tool the player is using for when ChatGPT is feeling a little devious.
No, he put an oxygen tank in my welding gun.
Replace the oxygen inside of a player's diving suit with welding fuel for when ChatGPT is feeling absolutely devilish. Grant a character invincibility for as long as ChatGPT sees fit, and bring a character back from the dead. Lucky for us, our kind and benevolent AI providers gave us a nice way to give ChatGPT these functions. So all I have to do is make a JSON object describing each function and add it to our prompt. Then I just have to process the ChatGPT response. Finally, there's just one more thing I need to add before I could do a live fire test with real money and real people. As some of you may already know, ChatGPT refuses to answer queries that contain words or phrases that are a little spicy. This means if one bad actor on my server decides to name themselves Pussy Destroyer, OpenAI will refuse to process any of my requests and my mod will stop working. Lucky for us, OpenAI provides us with a free, as long as you only use it for OpenAI approved purposes, API endpoint where you can check if a word or phrase is okay with ChatGPT. So whenever someone sends something in chat, I put it through the API call, and if it gets flagged, I censor the message for ChatGPT. But the players can still see the original message. Names are a very similar story. Barotrauma allows players to change their name to whatever they want, and Steam also doesn't restrict usernames. And as we know, all it takes is one bad name and God abandons my server. So I add a hook that detects when a player changes their name, and then I use the same API call to check if the name is okay with GPT. If it isn't, it tells the player their name is invalid and undoes the change. The first group I tested my mod on bumped into this name moderation system alarmingly quickly, and naturally, upon discovering this challenge, they started testing out different slurs to find the ones that ChatGPT didn't know about. And let me tell you, those guys had a good amount of options.
Can you please have a less offensive name, guys?
Shut the fuck up.
What did you just say?
And ChatGPT just kind of went along with it. Said some alarming stuff. Alright, all the pieces are in place. It's time for the first test. I start the server. I give myself an OpenAI appropriate name, and then I click the start button. As the server loads, I hold my breath with anticipation.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Let's see if there's a... Oh no. After fixing a simple little mistake where I forgot to encode a JSON object, we are back in the game. Once more, I start the server. In my excitement to see my creation work, I didn't even change my name. Once again, I hold my breath in anticipation as the game loads. I spawn in, I check the console, no errors. I start running around, eagerly awaiting my machine god to let itself be known. Nothing happens. I check the console. Nothing seems to be wrong. Maybe ChatGPT is just a little shy. I go back into my code and prompt GPT to announce itself when the game starts. And just to follow best practices, I made sure to catch and print any errors OpenAI may or may not send. I start the server. In my frustration from not seeing my creation work, I didn't even change my name. The loading screen comes and goes. I load in, I check the logs, and the model is fuck! I knew there was a fucking maximum length, and the stupid website didn't tell me about it. You guys remember how I said that OpenAI had nice docs on how to use their API? Yeah, it turns out good docs are only any good if you actually read them. And then it turns out I have to do that whole session handling thing on my end, and OpenAI puts limits on how many characters are in your request with their token system. In short, I did everything wrong, and I have to rethink some things. To fix this, we first have to recognize that we have to maintain what ChatGPT remembers and limit the size of our request. The first change I will make is, instead of putting a list of every single item a player can possibly hold, I'll just opt for a random list of 10 items which will be different each time I make a call to ChatGPT. Since I have to manage ChatGPT's memory, instead of just deleting the log after sending the message to GPT, I'll save all of the logs in one big list which will be sent to GPT every few seconds. But there's a problem here. I have a token limit. Tokens are how OpenAI groups and counts characters. They use some algorithm that I didn't research and know nothing about to group characters together by common sequences. Since I have no access to fancy Python libraries, I will just use the safe estimation of dividing the number of characters in a message by 4 as recommended on the OpenAI website. So before I send a request to OpenAI, I will keep removing the oldest messages until the amount of tokens in the log fits within the limit. But this raises a new issue. We don't want ChatGPT forgetting important information like who is dead, what afflictions and equipped items everyone has, etc. So along with the list of random items, I will add all the important player info to the prompt. After fixing everything, I go do a quick test. I spawn in, I heavily arm myself from the weapon locker, I kill an NPC in cold blood, and wait for God's response to my sin. It responds by spawning a mud raptor on my location. I narrowly evade the mud raptor and close the door on it. I watched it destroy the door and quietly accepted my fate. ChatGPT then spawned another mud raptor on me. I think we are ready to test this with actual people. Before doing a bigger test, I did a small test run with one other friend to see how it behaved with more players. It seemed to really like spawning items next to us, like this screwdriver, which I used to wire this door to a bomb. Anyways, after the submarine blew up, I was about to die a painful death by succumbing to the water pressure. You know, serves me right, but the AI, for some reason, decided to grant me divine protection, and after receiving my chance at redemption, I thanked the Lord and immediately tried to right my wrongs. I started to fix the submarine, and as I was welding the hull back together, my welding tool explodes in my hands. The AI sabotaged my welding tool while I was fixing the ship. The worst part of it is that the AI did it again. I saw the oxygen tank in my welding gun and I still fell for it. After that test run, my friend cemented himself as my #1 hater, preying on my downfall.
Personally, though, I think the whole thing is whack. I think AI is evil. I think you've created something that is inherently harmful to the world.
But I'm not letting that get me down. Think of all the great inventions that naysayers thought would be harmful to humanity. The automobile, the internet, the smartphone, inventions that brought us closer to utopia. That aside, I think it's time we test this with real members of the Barotrauma community. Man, if the fucking mod breaks, I'll be so pissed. But I've done so much work.
All your other tests don't matter. This is the only test that matters.
I operate nuclear reactors in real life. I got a lot of interesting facts about nuclear power.
Mod broke.
The crazy thing about graphite
Fix it.
is that it has And appeared at my feet. What appeared at my feet? I got copper!
Uh-oh, it's broken again. Fuck.
Like this is such a good pull. I
There's
just
a
wish
hotkey.
that this stupid mod was working.
Copper to just
Okay, I will convince them to rejoin. Just think of an excuse of why we have to restart the server.
Guys, I'm getting a bunch of error messages in my log. I wanna. Do you guys mind if I restart the server, load to save again?
No, errors are fine. Errors are okay. It happens all the time with mods.
Okay, is it working now, Yusuf?
It should.
That means it's not working.
It's already broken? No.
Reactor's coming online.
It's working.
Is that your mod working? I threw it.
It's not working. That's not working.
It's not gonna be working today. Is
I can't believe
Captain,
this.
where's the leaks?
Does he really not suspect
My
me
s-
at
I'm
all?
slowing down the server so much with the mod. I have to fix. I
Really?
have to optimize it a lot. While I may not be able to fix the harm done to my reputation, I can at least fix the mod. You see, right before I send an update to GPT, I remove older messages one at a time until the total amount of tokens fits within the limit. As a proud recipient of a degree in computer science, I did this by removing a message and then calculating the total tokens. And I kept doing this until the total amount of tokens was below the limit. Calculating the total amount of tokens involved going through the whole list. And if you're a real algorithm head, a true leak code warrior, please let me know the time complexity of this in the comments below. Anyways, an approach like this is okay if the list never exceeds like 100 items, but I mean, look at this. Don't worry, I won't make you listen to me explain how I fixed this. All you need to know is that it works now. I got a couple of the guys together, and we're gonna take this robot out for a spin, see how she handles.
If
we're good.
If I ask God a question, can he say yes or no?
I don't know.
This is your creation.
Nick, if I come up there, can we engage in bloodletting?
We can engage in milking you.
Prostate milking.
I'm down.
Listen, I know your security and all.
I'm up.
I know you don't really have that, much of a.
I'm here for
So what seems to be the problem?
milking.
So what we're gonna need you to do is turn around. We're gonna need you to bend down a little bit, sir. Now what we're doing right now is.
Oh, ahead, right ahead.
I feel it.
Yeah, we're trying to make a
That's really big!
Oh, good enema, doctor. Good enema.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm feeling a little full right now.
It's pretty. It's getting there. I mean.
Someone's dead.
What?
Someone died.
Can you go? I'm busy with this, patient. Can you go?
I'm trying to balance all this water in my ass.
It's back.
Oh shit!
You stuck that like in your ass and then clenched your cheeks, you know.
I'm talking to God here, Matt.
Guys, that engineering, I have a big problem.
What is it, Captain?
Yeah, you remember the bomb I'm holding in my hand? Apparently, if any water gets into it, it's a nuclear bomb too. And if any water gets into it, it will go off.
Let me see. I'll disarm it. Let me see it. There's gotta be a way.
What'd you get?
It's in the.
I didn't give you nothing.
Why are you fucking welding the door?
Containing the issue.
No!
Dude, all he has to do is spit on it.
This is the funniest thing that the ChatGPT's ever done.
Something appeared at your feet? Oh, it's a flare.
Just leave it in there and hope nothing happens, I guess.
Yeah, next to the reactor. It's a great idea.
Wait, what? Yeah.
In the ocean?
Water, dum-dum!
Keep it in the supplies cabinet.
Fucking time bomb.
Keep it in the supplies cabinet.
Wait. Let's think about this strategically.
I have an idea. Everyone get out. I need to talk to him. Get out.
No, wait. That's what I was gonna say. Can we jettison it, or can we put it in like
if it touches water, it will go off.
Oh, so we should put it in the deepest part of the sub.
Put it in the railgun shell.
It's nuclear.
Try and load it. What are you doing?
What I do is I was gonna do
I swear to God.
It's a nuclear Bomb. It's a...
Don't do anything. Don't do anything.
Dylan! Dylan!
Go fix it.
Dylan, if you throw this, throw it on the other side of the ship. I don't want to blow up upstairs. I don't want to blow up upstairs, Dylan. Dylan, the water's coming! The water's coming! Listen, you motherfuckers. If Dylan gets a sprinkle of water on him, I'm gonna get my ass blown from downstairs. Dylan is literally doing the tribal dance downstairs. For the love of God, do not let that thing hit the engine room. I'm just making sure.
Nick, God kind of answered me.
Yeah?
He said he would grant me. Why? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can put it. No, that's not how that works. That's not what it is.
What's happening?
It can be loaded.
Let's go. God can't make it this. Actually, there's only one way it can do that.
No, that's not
Ask God to turn the bomb that's in your hand into like a screwdriver or something. It could do that.
No, I asked for a clown suit, and he said he'd give me one. So he listens.
Hey, Captain, can I talk to you privately?
Yeah, sure.
Now listen.
Yeah.
God just gave me a bunch of sulfuric acid. If you want me to get rid of Dylan right now and get rid of this fucking nuke, just say the word.
Look, he's too fond of the nuke to let it go off. He's gonna protect it. He's gonna keep it safe.
You get security, you get Tyler, shoot him with the gun, I'll blast him with the acid. That should be about it.
Christ, that was full of water!
We need to figure this shit out before that thing touches water. Dylan is not our savior. I don't think he's giving up the bomb is what I'm saying.
Security will handle it.
I hear something.
Doctor.
Oh my God! I teleported. I just teleported.
Oh my God!
Dylan's on this side of the ship. Dylan's on this side of the ship. Everything's under control. Everything's under control. The anomaly is being contained.
How'd that happen?
We hit some form of time warp or something, and
No. God can teleport. It's a thing he can do.
Stations! Dylan, don't go this way! Dylan, get in the captain's room! Dylan, get in the captain's room! Dylan, get in the captain's room! Dylan, whatever you do, dude, do not get that thing wet! Dylan, don't come in this room! You're stuck in there! You're stuck in there! Dylan! Dylan, don't come in this room!
Hold on, it doesn't exist! I'm fixing it!
Dylan!
Oh, where's Dylan?
Okay. Dylan has the bomb still. He's in the fucking like battery room. The bomb got wet, but it ticked. It ticked, so it means we have some leeway.
It's ticking?
It ticked when it stopped. The bomb stopped ticking once it got dry.
Everyone grab a welding gun. I need all hands on deck. Everyone grab a welding gun. I need all hands on deck.
Was that the bomb? Or was that the reactor? I think that was the bomb.
That was the bomb. I'm in the reactor room.
Oh my God, he fucking...
Wait, what happened?
There's a chance I got the fucking Mac cannon. Fuck you!
Give me another.
Engine's been broken this whole time.
Why do you start acting weird?
I'm not acting.
Ah!
I just saw somebody outside.
That's not good.
Tyler? I think I just saw, like, Tyler's corpse.
Where am I? No! God is evil! God is evil!
That is. And then he grants me motherfucker.
Alright, I'll keep it a buck with you guys. I don't think ChatGPT is cut out for this whole God thing. I think we have to wait a few decades until we can have the AI utopia we all dream of, where OpenAI rolls out GPT-53 and it starts locking people in cages to keep them safe. Aside from that, this project can definitely be improved. The easiest improvement is giving OpenAI more money so I can use GPT-4 instead of GPT 3.5, as that model can probably make better decisions, or at least OpenAI claims it can. Another thing I can do is harass the Barotrauma devs on their Discord every day until they explain to me how their godforsaken voice chat system works, so I can grab that data and send it to ChatGPT. I can also just stop being a poser and actually train my own GPT model to do this specifically, or I can do the same exact thing I've done here in a different, more well-known game and, milk this idea for all it's worth. Anyways, Assembly AI, if you are watching and you are wondering where your $3.15 went, ask the fine people over at OpenAI. And one last thing, if you're interested in trying this mod out for yourself, or you just want to see exactly how you shouldn't run a GitHub repo, I'll link the GitHub in the description. It has instructions on how to set it up. You will have to supply your own OpenAI API key, and fair warning, you will be giving OpenAI like $5 per game. I have no plans to put this on the Steam Workshop. I don't really think it's worth the effort. If you're confused by the instructions in any way, leave a comment. I'll get to it. Don't worry, I'll see it. There probably won't be too many comments.